Oh, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite Thursday night late stream, depending on where you are in the world. Jeremiah Campana, Alex Medeiros, two Christians just ranting about the state of America because it is crashing and burning despite our best efforts. But I don't want to black pill you. Alex, give me some good news. How was your day? Tell me something good today.
I got a new car. That's
All
fun.
right. All right.
I don't know. What do you think about Teslas?
You know what? Hey, if you can afford a Tesla, power to you, brother. Power to
Well,
you.
I don't know if I can afford it, but
But you bought it anyway.
dude, I was looking. It's a Model X, and it's an older one, high
Sure.
miles. It's not that expensive. It's about as expensive as my last vehicle, which is not bad.
Now
Um,
listen, you do know that when the government comes to eliminate all the conservatives, you have a kill switch in your car now that they're just going to be over to stop you wherever you're at and locate you wherever you're at for easy elimination.
but conservatives don't drive electric cars, right?
Well, you see that this is where typically no, but in the
Until
last couple of
Elon got
years,
Trump elected.
yeah, until Elon bought X, now you got a target on your back, man. In fact, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if it gets keyed here in the next couple of weeks. You live in Blue Hair
No, I
City.
didn't even think of that, bro. That's what Sentry Mode is for.
I mean, okay. You see, you should have got a cyber truck. So that way,
And they wouldn't be
it's
able to key it.
bulletproof. You could probably hook like a 50 cal to the back of it.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, dude. I would buy a Cybertruck, honestly, if it didn't look so ugly. It's like terrible, but it's bulletproof. Like you're rolling around in a tank. Who doesn't want that, right?
Yeah. You can get like bulletproof Suburbans, but they're about the same price, like $100,000.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
And
in
dude, I
this
drove.
economy.
The reason I got a new car is because I was having car problems, and I drove my dad. My dad has a Suburban, and it was getting 10 miles to the gallon. I threw $50 in this thing, and still the line still wasn't where it was when he gave it to me.
Dude, it's yeah, gas. It was like 3.59 here where I'm at, which is just insane. I'm not liking this. I need Trump to turn this around ASAP. Like this,
Yeah.
we were at like 2.39 a gallon, and now we're at
Yeah, it was low.
3.59,
It was really low.
3.79 in some places, dude. I'm like,
I'm at
no.
3.99 up here, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't crossed. I haven't seen it cross 4, but
Oof.
3.99 all the way.
Oh, I got some friends in California sending me like $6 and change gasoline.
That's
I'm like,
insane.
you got
That
to
is
be out of
nuts.
your mind. I'm walking. I'm hitchhiking. I'm not paying that. Like, I cannot stress enough that we are. And I don't know how you feel about this, and we might get into it later. But we'll jump into these funny videos. But the one thing about what's going on with Iran is like, okay, we're winning. Why is gas so freaking high still? Like, if we don't get most of our oil from there, if we're drilling our own oil, why is my gas so expensive? Someone explain that to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an economist, but it doesn't make sense.
Listen, no, so you're aware that Japanese Twitter opened up to Americans, right? Are you familiar with this phenomenon? Oh, dude,
No.
yeah, he auto trans. So Elon auto translated all of Japan's tweets into English, and vice
What?
versa. All of Americans' tweets into. So when you see each other's tweets, it automatically is translated for you. And so Japan and America have been like talking back and forth the last few days, and like this
Huh.
huge bonding moment of just like family values and like and just getting to know each other has been
Man.
really, really wild. So I wanted to ask you, in light of that, some videos have surfaced of what might be considered cultural appropriation, and if we
Okay.
were blue hairs, we might get offended at this. I thought it was a good time, but let me see here. Do you got it pulled up? Okay, yeah.
Are these the Japanese guys?
These are Japanese pretending to be Americans.
They dance
Are
better
you
than me, I'll tell you that.
are you are you offended? Is this cultural appropriation? Are they culturally appropriating white Southerners?
No, I love this. I think this is genuine and wholesome.
This is genuine and wholesome. Yes, exactly. It's exactly what it is. But no, like barbecue, like all of a sudden Japan wants to be invited to like barbecues because they're seeing like photos and videos of barbecues.
Yeah.
They're like, "Can I bring rice?" I'm like, "Hey, it's customary to bring a side dish. Yes, bring your rice to the barbecue. We'll cook it up." And they're confused on why Americans are so angry at politics all the time right now. We have to explain.
Mhm.
It's been great, man. If you have a chance to jump on X and get on Japanese Twitter, it's worth it.
Man, that is interesting. This is gonna change a lot of things. I don't doubt in the near future this will be like this with every country and every language, and it'll just kind of be a
Mm,
unified social space on the internet. Facebook has a huge project that they started when they came out with their the AI portion of the Meta company, and I don't even know what they call it. I think it's something weird, some weird name, but they uh they have like 250 languages that they've been mapping out to au- automatically translate. Because the problem is, if you just use like Google Translate, like regular translation, it never does like a good job. It's always
no.
wonky. But if you can get the AI to do like a really thorough job and understand all the nuances of translating these
Yep.
languages,
Yep.
yeah, I could see us having like a whole globalization happening on the internet. Mr. Beast and other big YouTubers have been doing this already. I mean, Mr.
Interesting.
Beast is at a different level where he doesn't even use AI, he uses voice actors. And he's got like Mr. Beast Spain and Mr. Beast Germany. And he just puts out all of his regular videos in these other languages for these people.
Interesting, interesting. Do you
Yeah.
think us conversing with each other across so like we get along with Japan because we share, despite the fact they're not a Christian nation, they do,
Mhm.
they're pro family, they're
There's very
anti-LGBT.
few Christians in Japan.
y- Very few Christians in
Yeah.
Japan, but again, despite that, we do have a lot in common. I feel like
Mm.
evangelism is like ripe, like for missionaries to like go there,
Right, right.
and in evangelism, but so for the most part, we've been getting along with the Japanese on X. And by the way, if you're watching, all 11 of you, kindly hit that thumbs up button, join in on the conversation. We might actually allow callers, Alex. I don't know how you feel about that, but if we get enough people
I'm
interested in the
down.
topics, we might have some callers call in, and you can share your opinion on what we're talking about. Haters and friend and foe alike will be allowed on the stream. So feel free to stick around for that. Now, Alex, yeah. So, like I was saying, do you think we get along with Japan, but we don't get along with everybody? So, if they start doing this, are we going to see like more people get along, or will it eventually turn into like blood feuds and like escalate war?
Yeah, I think it could have either effect. I mean,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
it's tough. Maybe we just all gang up on Iran on X or, who
right?
knows?
Just meme them to death. Just, just how we won the presidential election. Just memes. Just better meming.
There will still be I wonder how that works because, like, I'm sure X is blocked in, like, North Korea, right? There's no way
Oh,
North Koreans have
for
Twitter.
sure. Correct. China
Yeah.
too. Like they don't.
Yeah, well, China
China
has
might have.
WeChat, right?
Yes, yes. China is very monitored. I'm sure they don't get our version of X either if they have X.
That's what Elon wants to do with X is turn it into a WeChat for America. You know this, right?
And what would that do? Like, what would be the pros and cons?
I don't know about pros and cons. All I know is his goal is to take X and turn it. Do you use Credit Karma by chance?
I do. Yes.
Okay, so in Credit Karma, you know how they have at first it started, I've been using it for like 10 years. On Credit Karma, first it was just about your credit. It just monitored your credit and they had
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
Credit Karma Pro, you pay 10 bucks a month, it gives you all this insight. They've since gotten rid of like the freemium, they call it, right? And now instead of they just give you everything for free and they hit you with a ton of offers, finance offers, credit card, auto insurance, health insurance, like they just smack you with offers,
Yeah.
just affiliate fees they get from all of it.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
that's the model with X. He wants to have your insurance. He wants to sell you a Tesla through X. He wants to get you a phone through X. He wants to get you an X bank account. He wants to do everything inside that. That's been like his plan since the PayPal days. But with PayPal, he wasn't the sole owner, like who could just decide what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I like to diversify my portfolio. I don't think I could do
Yeah. Trust one company with your life.
trust one company with my life. I definitely wouldn't trust
China. I love them.
Soundboard.
definitely wouldn't trust China. But Alex, you know the No Kings protests were last weekend, correct?
Yeah, I had to do a side job on Sunday instead of Saturday because that person was at the No Kings protest and they wanted to be home while I did the side job.
Oh, okay. So a boomer, I assume.
Yes, yeah, she was like 60.
Right. And you know that like only the most intelligent people attend the No Kings protests,
Of course.
as we're about to see right here. Just pure high IQ genius coming out of this person's mouth. Listen.
Well, okay, so waking up every day as a Black woman is such a political act. So that in itself is exhausting, but like the fight never stops. So
It's exhausting to wake up as a Black person. I can't even imagine.
protesting this, it's like, hey, I still have to do this. So I can't wait until this shit is behind us and we don't have to worry about people dying in ICE custody. We don't have to worry about losing our rights as women, as Black people, as any marginalized group. So gotta represent.
Yeah. And how are those rights being taken away right now?
How are they being taken away right now?
The number one question.
Literally just like, I have teachers as friends. And they are struggling to try to educate our kids in classrooms.
Yeah.
Such a treasured right to have to be taken away there.
So because of what this administration is doing, Black women are pretty much being murdered in medical professions.
Oh, she means like abortions, right?
Medical care.
she clearly means abortions.
And that research is being defunded. We have to make sure that we are putting in the work and stopping these things.
All those rights being taken away, being murdered in the medical field, and teachers having a hard time teaching. Unbelievable. I mean, I'm going to join the No Kings protest now because I don't want those rights taken away from Black women.
It is interesting. You know, I bet you, I would bet most doctors are probably pretty liberal and left leaning. What would you think? Right?
You would be surprised. A lot of the nurses are. I know that it's getting scary because they're dropping the qualification standards to become a doctor. They're accepting
those are
doctors.
racist, right?
Correct. They're accepting degrees, doctors that are getting degrees in foreign countries.
Like India, the best doctor degrees come out of India.
Come out of Pakistan and India, yes. And our quality of care is about to drop pretty substantially, I would say, as far as
Have
that
you been
goes.
to the ER at all lately?
I have not.
Man, the ER next to my house is a zoo, for lack of better words. And it used to be amazing. I mean, we had one of the best emergency rooms around. Excuse me. And I went there with my wife who had like a panic attack and she thought something was wrong with her heart. So we went and it was just an absolute nightmare. We're a sanctuary city. The amount of illegal immigrants who use emergency rooms as their primary care doctor is astounding.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's rough.
Talk about straining.
Yeah, they let the illegal immigrants in to strain the system, and they say, well, we got to drop the standards because look at our system. We're being overwhelmed. So now we're going to hire those illegal immigrants to run the system.
So either way, you're screwed. Either way,
Yeah.
you're either going to get crappy care or you're going to wait 9 hours to see the doctor for your broken arm. Which is exactly why we need to fund ICE. Come on, get that funding bill passed. But you know, we typically on the show, you know, we try to keep a positive attitude. I know, despite the crap that we see, Alex. And this is not what I'm about to show you next. Is not going to give you much hope for society, but nonetheless, it's pretty hilarious. And I am saving the best for last at the end of the show. So there is a video at the end of the show that is going to I think tickle your fancy. But this is actually gonna have you lose a little hope in society.
Wait, was that the dog?
Yeah, that was the dog barking and just pretending to be dogs. Like
my dog would have a field day if she saw that.
I would let my dog probably attack them and be like, you should have kept your dogs on a tighter leash, sir.
Yeah, no, this should be illegal. Take your sexual fantasies and put them back in the bedroom where they belong, you degenerates.
Honestly. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like it's disgusting. It's not normal behavior. First of all, anyone who wants to pretend that that's normal behavior and that we have to pretend that that's normal behavior is insane. Like,
because there's a difference. I think this is what people forget. There's a difference between moral reprehensible, or is there a way to say that? Reprehensible morality is probably the correct grammar way to say that. And like mental illness, right? Like we always we want to think all serial killers are just mentally ill. That's not the truth, though. The truth is, sure, maybe some of them are mentally. Most of them are just evil. They're doing evil things and they enjoy it, and that's why there's no hidden. They're just mentally no. That softens it, right?
Right.
And it's this is not just mental illness, and if it is, like you said, yeah, they need help. So it's either they're just doing it because they're mentally ill, or they're doing it for some other reason, like a sexual fantasy, right? And I tend to lean towards most of them are doing it for the latter part.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I have no reason to believe otherwise. Do they pee on the fire hydrants? Do they pee on the fire hydrants? That's a
dude. I don't know how you could pee in those suits.
Well, there was a lot of zippers, it seemed, on there. I don't know. Hey, it's just okay. Let's jump into our stories, folks. We got a lot to cover. I'm gonna just plow through these as quickly as I possibly can. But first up, I want to share a positive message because there's too much. First of all, if you're watching, kindly hit that thumbs up button and share the show and subscribe to our channels if you are not already. But we do have something positive coming. So Colorado is filled with filth and garbage. It's unfortunate. It's a beautiful state, and it used to have many beautiful people in it. But since the Democrats took over, of course, they're turning it into a progressive crap hole. And the laws that are being passed there are egregious. But nonetheless, we had one of those that is about to go to the wayside thanks to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court rules against Colorado's ban on conversion therapy for LGBTQ plus kids. First of all, I have a problem with this headline because there is no such thing as trans kids. There's no such thing as LGBT kids because they have no clue anything about their sexuality. So kids are kids, period. If there's an LGBT or a trans kid, you have demented parents. But anyways, the Supreme Court on Tuesday ruled against a law banning conversion therapy for LGBT kids in Colorado, one of about 24 states that ban the discredited practice. I didn't know we had 24 states that ban Christians from talking about ways through the Bible to get over your same-sex attraction. But hey, here we are. An 8-1, surprising, very high number there in the ruling, sided with a Christian counselor who argues the law banning talk therapy violates the First Amendment because it does. The justices agreed that the law raises free speech concerns and sent it back to the lower courts to decide if it meets a legal standard that few laws passed. Justice Neil Gorsuch Writing for the court, said the law censors speech based on viewpoint. The First Amendment, he wrote, stands as a shield against any effort to enforce orthodoxy in thought or speech in this country. Of course, the ads always popping up later. Come on, get me out of here. In a solo dissent, of course, our favorite Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson, wrote that states should be free to regulate healthcare. That's not healthcare, even if that means incidental restrictions on speech. Healthcare is fine unless you're doing Christian healthcare. If you bring God into the mix, no thanks, is basically what she's saying. The decision, Jackson wrote, opens a dangerous can of worms. Even more Christians might try this now, that threatens to impair states' ability to regulate the provision of medical care in any respect. Again, what she really means there is it might impair states' ability to regulate Christianity out of healthcare altogether. So, folks, amazing win there. I didn't know so many states banned conversion therapy. Now, another thing we need to address here is a lot of people think
So
that
all
conversion
those
therapy-
states can't do that anymore now, based on the Supreme Court decision, right?
Yeah. So now, if you're a Christian counselor in those other states, you can probably sue and win. Yeah. But when I don't know what you think of when conversion therapy is brought up. I don't know what you think, but most people think they're strapping like things on kids' heads, shocking the gay out of them. But that's actually not the case.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. What'd you say? Words aren't going to work. But what are your thoughts?
It depends what age the kid is, right? Like, if you're talking about an 11-year-old kid, there are a series of very unfortunate events that lead up to that kid even thinking about these issues, right? Like, I was not thinking about these issues at 11. Unfortunately, a lot of younger and younger kids are getting into adult content online. And I think that's really messing with our youth's heads. Now, when you're, 17, 16, you're still a kid, but you're in kind of, especially in our culture, sex is like, if you're a virgin at that age, you're looked at like an alien, right? It's like bad to be a virgin at that age now. So like, I understand maybe the need for it there, because it's like your kids go to school, they get influenced by other kids, they get influenced by teacher and culture and curriculum. And so I get that. But I think ultimately this is more of a thing you need to prevent. It's like cancer. Once you have cancer, yeah, you can treat it, but it's literally going to destroy you in the process. It's not going to be a fun treatment. But if you just prevented it instead, it's literally 100 times easier. But I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Sure. What I guess in what ways? I mean, do we then censor, the internets, where like in Australia, I think, what was it, last week we had that Australian lady here telling us that they
16.
Banned internet for anyone under 16 or something. Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
what we do you think?
And social media for 16-year-olds. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be against it. This brings up an interesting question, because there are things that we would all think that we all say should be illegal for a therapist to tell a child, right? For a therapist to encourage a child to unalive themselves, for a therapist to convince a child to partake in sexual activity with them or someone else, right? We would want to ban that, right? That should be illegal. So we're not free speech absolutists, but we do believe in free speech, and we do believe that we should have the freedom to be able to treat our kids the way we want to. The question is, just like that Supreme Court judge brought up, who gets to decide what is and isn't healthcare?
Right.
Yeah. That's the big question.
That is the big question. Mock, I'm curious what you think the answer might be. Yeah. And if we have people with their own mental illnesses deciding what is healthcare, then you are going to get what we almost had in this country, which was nationwide chopping off of kids' body parts. And just like the road that we were headed down before Trump got elected with the gender stuff was just insane. And I can't imagine how much.
I was gonna say the leading Democrat nominee right now for the presidential race is trying to set us back way further than even Kamala or Joe Biden would have.
Oh yeah, and he'll. I'm assuming you're talking about Gavin Newsom,
Yeah.
our favorite
Yeah, he is the
governor.
leading nominee right now, right?
He is on
Yeah.
Kalshi, I do believe. In fact, Kalshi, for a moment, I don't know if it was still up, but if you, the odds are in favor of not only the Democrats winning 2028 president, but
Mhm.
the House and the Senate. They're predicting a trifecta. Now we are years out, so this will
Yeah.
change. But right now, it seems the markets are in favor of the Democrats taking everything in 2028. Yeah, talk about a setback. Talk about a setback.
I mean, this guy
So
has literally said, like, I'm the trans guy. I love trans kids. Came out of his mouth. Like,
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only is that weird to say for a grown man, but the laws that you will sign into that you will
Yeah,
sign
based
into
on that.
law will I can't imagine what that Congress would come up with. Just probably some of the most crazy abominations ever. But so that's a positive thing coming out of Colorado. But Colorado is going to be Colorado, and of course, also in Colorado, we have a bill that would expand the definition of coercive control in custody cases to include parents who disagree with a child's trans identity. So, a recently introduced Colorado bill has drawn sharp criticism from the state's Catholic bishops. Could allow courts to factor a parent's refusal to affirm a child's gender into custody decisions and classify certain actions related
This is
to
insane.
abortion as forms of abuse. House Bill 1309. Colorado just can't stop with the bills that just I mean, it's wild. Addresses domestic violence standards in family court. Passed Colorado's House Judiciary Committee 6-5 on 31st. Now heads to the Appropriations Committee. And if it passes, it would define coercive control broadly as a pattern of behavior that takes away the individual's liberty or freedom and strips away the individual's sense of self. Including the individual's bodily integrity and human rights. It would also treat efforts to interfere with, control, or prevent access to reproductive health care, including contraceptive use or reproductive outcomes, as health-related abuse. Alliance Defending Freedom, the ADF, a great organization. Legal Analysis emailed Zeal News by the content. Yeah, so it's a dangerous bill, and they would use it to strip the rights of good fathers and give them to terrible mothers, because as we all know, it is liberal white women who would be the ones wanting to affirm the gender.
Yeah, find me one father doing that, and then show me his hard drive.
For sure. Usually it's the father. Anytime you see a father in the picture when it comes to trans kids, it's you can tell just by the photos of the family that the mom wears the pants and he's just a slave, basically, just be told what to do. She definitely has a man on the side in that relationship, and he is there for financial reasons. That's the only reason that he is allowed to be in that relationship. Yes, Gavin is an absolute tool. Completely agree with you there. But yeah, dude. So Colorado's one step forward, one step backwards, because they're ran by insane Democrats. And I wanted to visit Colorado at one point, and now I'm like, I don't want to visit any blue state. I don't want to visit Minnesota. I don't want to visit Colorado. I don't want to visit California. And these are beautiful American states, Alex. It's really a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. I question my residence status living in a blue state all the time.
I know. I'm like, get out of there, man. You're close. I mean, even if it's just a jaunt to West Virginia, go get
How
your
far is that?
butt
It's
to
still
the
pretty
red state.
far.
I think it's the closest red. Wait, is it the closest red state to you, or is South Carolina the closest red state to you?
No, North Carolina's closer than South to me.
North Carolina's barely red though. Like you can't.
Okay.
Like,
why Charlotte just takes over the blue?
Yeah, dude. It's going the way of Virginia, because Virginia used to be pretty conservative, and now it's just going up in flames.
All the Californians moving there. Is that what's happening? When they move out of California and New York, they go to places like North Carolina. Just flip it.
Well, what happens is the Democrats take over the cities, and then they redistrict the state so that the rural community has no voice anymore. And that's exactly what happened in Virginia. It's a shame, dude. It's a real shame what's happening to some of these beautiful American states.
And I'm sure the same people who think that telling your kid that who's a boy that he's not a girl, who consider that coercive control, I think is the words you said. But if their kid ended up, being a Nick Fuentes fan, and the parents said no, bad,
Right.
that's not coercive control, right?
No, not at all.
No,
If they, put on a "Make America Great Again" hat, and you told him no, of course. But this could breed, as if the seeds for civil war have already been planted. But this could water the seeds, because let's say you do have a dad who has some sense, and he's like, no, I have to keep him away from his crazy mother. So instead of having the court take away custody, I'm just going to take the kid to another state.
Yeah, it's in Florida. Florida will back you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
now what?
Now what? Yeah. Like, do the states fight it? Like, how? Like, what happens in that scenario? Do they extradite the kid? Like, I can imagine that would cause some pretty crazy stuff too. Yeah. You know what? I was going to bring this up, Crinkle Hands.
That happened today, right?
Got canned. Yeah, that just happened. I was going to cover that today.
Gnome and Bondi. Now, Gnome got the fire that was like, it was like a soft fire where they offered her like this new position.
Yeah. No, Pam Bondi will get the soft fire too. She'll get a new.
Yeah.
Trump sent out a Truth Social that she's already got lined up a cushy private sector job and called her a great American patriot, and so all is well. But is the new boss going to be the same as the old boss? Are we even going to get any accountability? Which is what we talked about on this show since we started the show. Is we want to see politicians in handcuffs. Can Trump appoint somebody that's going to do that for us?
Are you happy about the Bondi firing?
Yeah, she had to go. She was weak. She's too weak. But I don't want the new boss to be same as the old boss. I want the new boss to actually come in and get stuff done.
That's the sentiment I see. So on the right side, it's yes, she wasn't doing enough. She wasn't doing her job well enough, right? But then on the left, it was she was a tyrant and a fascist, right?
Yep.
It's I mean, like you said, man, these the Civil War of like the different ideologies, we just see things so vastly different in everything, every situation, it seems.
Yep. Agreed. And according to Ohio Patriot Blanche, who is the interim, he's the interim, right? So if he's worse than Pam Bondi, he's only there for a short amount of time, right? That's what interim means. So we still have a chance at Trump appointing someone with some balls, basically. Like, we're going to go after some people. Hopefully.
You're going to sabotage Trump with everything she knows. Just watch. You think so? I don't know.
Oh, she's gonna go on like a book tour and just like start trashing Trump. I don't know. I feel
MJT.
I don't see her doing that. I see her keeping her mouth shut. I could be wrong, but I don't think she's gonna turn her back on Trump. I think she's gonna. Who knows what the job is? Maybe she's going to go be a Fox commentator or something.
That
would
be pretty funny.
If Trump made sure that she's making, 6 figures or more in her next position, and he helped her get that, maybe it's like, hey, scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Come on, Jeremiah. 6 figures is the new minimum wage in this economy.
For a government employee. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'm gonna hold you to this, Ohio Patriot. We're gonna remember this. We're gonna remember this. Only fans. Oh, Pam Bondi on only. I don't know. I certainly would not want to see that if I was single. But
yeah, no. Although the OnlyFans CEO just passed away. I read that recently. Young man died of cancer. I think he was like mid-40s.
Well,
yeah.
The wages of sin is death.
This is true.
But so the Supreme Court, again, we I hate bringing up negative news, but I just have to, because this has been pretty big, that we have going on here. the Supreme Court seems poised to reject Trump's birthright citizenship limits as he attends arguments. First of all, good on Trump for attending the arguments, first president to ever do so. But according to
attend
not
any
just
arguments of a Supreme Court case?
no president has ever attended Supreme Court arguments. Yeah. He's the
Wow.
first to do it.
Interesting.
And you would think that more presidents like that would be like a normal thing that they do, but
Yeah.
I guess not.
Hmm.
But they're probably not going to rule on this until summertime, is what's being talked about. But the AP is not the only one reporting this. Like even the conservative talking heads and podcasters are all saying the same thing. Like just that the
It's not looking
tone
good.
of the court case was just not looking good. Conservative and liberal justices question whether Trump's orders declaring that children born to parents who are in the United States illegally or temporarily or not American citizen comports with either the Constitution or federal law. Arguments lasted more than 2 hours in a crowded courtroom that included Trump, but also Pam Bondi, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and Robert De Niro for some reason was there, who has ruined
He's
his
got
reputation.
TDS bad.
Dude,
He's got it
doesn't he?
bad.
He's got it so bad. I almost never want to watch Godfather Part 2 ever again. Like, even though it's one of the greatest movies ever made. Like he's ruining his image that much for me. Now I'm afraid next time I watch it, I'm just gonna see his TDS. I'm gonna be like like him yelling. I'm just gonna picture him yelling and saying dumb crap about Trump.
Yeah, absolutely.
The case frames another test of Trump's assertions of executive power that define long-standing precedent for a court with a conservative majority and a robust view of presidential power, which has largely ruled in the Republican president's favor. I mean, I guess it has, but it's still like ruled against him in some very important ones, like the tariffs, for instance.
Yeah.
Trump, the media savvy president, spent just over an hour inside the courtroom. Give me some. Oh, come on with the ads. After the court adjourned, Trump posted on Truth Social, "We are the only country in the world stupid enough to allow birthright citizenship." Actually, about 36 countries, nearly all of them the Americans, guarantee citizenship to children born on their territory. What they're leaving out here, though, even though there are 36 countries that have birthright citizenship, they are also stupid. So, that doesn't take away the stupidity of the thing. If your friends jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge too?
What was the original argument for birthright citizenship?
So that because slaves weren't considered citizens, so when they got freed, this was to make sure that them and their children were considered citizens.
Right. Okay. So there was a clear intention there with the law.
There was a very clear intention. In fact, you will not, if you go back and read what the politicians wrote while this was being debated, and because it's a constitutional amendment, like it's big, it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was,
so there's a lot of writing on it. You will not find one politician in any way insinuating that this amendment means that someone from China can come here and have a baby and have that baby be
on
a citizen,
vacation.
and then they can go back to China and vote, because that happens, by the way. Like a Chinese.
Wow. Yeah.
First of all,
I mean, they have the right to if they're a citizen.
Even if two Chinese citizens come over here and they have a kid, that kid is an American citizen and a Chinese citizen, and according to China, that kid is beholden to the Chinese government. But because he's considered an American citizen, he can go to China, and election season, he can mail in his vote because he's an American citizen.
Insane, dude.
Isn't that insane? That is absolutely insane. Of course, Ketanji Brown Jackson had some thrilling things to say. So Trump heard Sauer face one skeptical question. Justices asked about the legal basis for the order and voiced more practical concerns, like, is this happening in the delivery room? Ketanji Brown Jackson asked, drilling down to the logistics of how government would actually figure out who is entitled to citizenship and who is not. How about if you're not a citizen, you're not entitled to citizenship?
Yeah, if your parents aren't citizens.
Yeah, like if your parents aren't citizens, pretty easy to figure out. Pretty freaking easy to figure out.
I guess one question that would have to be answered is, does mom and dad, or just mom or just dad?
Mm.
I'd be okay. What would you think? You'd be okay with if at least one,
If at least one was an American citizen, I don't
and
know,
they're on
man.
American soil,
I think it depends on what
or
country.
would you be more comfortable with just the mom? Because that's the one who kind of holds the keys, right?
Right. Man, that's a great question.
Whoa, you see this? Ohio Patriot said. U.S. Solicitor General John Sauer confirms they have found 500 birth tourism companies in China whose only purpose is to bring people to America to have babies for citizenship. I mean, we didn't fact check this, but Ohio Patriot's good. He knows their stuff. Yeah, I mean, geez, that's
crazy.
It reminds me of what is it? The H3B, is that what it was called? H3B visas. Those come H1B.
Yeah.
The H1B visa companies who did basically the same thing. Figure out how the system works, get you through the system, and charge you a fee, a large fee at that.
Wow, that's crazy. 500 birthing tourism companies so they can elect a communist president. Like they will end up being a bigger voting bloc than evangelicals.
Yeah, or just even extracting resources from America via citizenship of some sort.
That too.
Right?
That too. Yeah. Birthright citizenship is the first Trump immigration-related policy to reach the court for a final ruling. They struck down the tariffs Trump had opposed under emergency powers. He reacted furiously to that. What would Trump's order do? Trump's order would upend the long-standing view that the Constitution's 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868 and federal law since 1940, confers citizenship on everyone born on American soil. This article is incorrect. That is not what the 14th Amendment ratified in 1868. That was not the long-standing view of that. Like, that's a lie. That's just a straight-up lie in this article. With narrow exceptions for children of foreign diplomats. Like, that makes any sense. In a series of decisions, lower courts have struck down the executive order as illegal or likely so under the constitutional federal law. The decisions have invoked the High Court's 1898 ruling in Wong Kim Ark, which held that the U.S.-born child of a Chinese national was a citizen. The Trump administration argues that the common view of citizenship is wrong, asserting that children of non-citizens are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and therefore not entitled to citizenship. That is correct. The court should use the case to set straight long enduring misconceptions about the Constitution's meaning. Sauer wrote, appearing before the court, Sauer said unrestricted citizenship encourages illegal immigration and also birth tourism. Exactly, just like Ohio Patriot told us. Roberts asked Sauer how significant birth tourism is. Well, now we know there's 500 companies. But when he was asked this question, the response was no one knows for sure. But of course, we're in a new world now where 8 billion people are on one plane ride away from having a child who is a U.S. citizen. Questions about the word domicile. The most difficult question from several justices dealt with repeated use of the word domicile, which the administration says indicates that the court's view of birthright citizenship excluded people in the country temporarily or illegally. Roberts said the word is used 20 times in the 1898 decision. Isn't it at least something to be concerned about? Wang says it's true that Chinese parents in that case were domiciled in the U.S., but the decision did not turn on that fact. Generally, though, the intensity of the justice's questions dropped off during her presentation, often a signal of where the court will come out. So it's insane that the left, what they tell us, Alex, guys like me and you, we're on stolen land. Okay, America doesn't belong to us.
Yeah,
America doesn't belong to us, but
to anybody apparently.
To any straight white Christian man or Christian man in general. That the country doesn't belong to us. It's stolen. We should give it back. But the Chinese immigrant who got here 10 seconds ago and had a baby, that baby is now bound to this country by blood. Like, that is just the most, I'm sorry, it's retarded. That is the most retarded and psychotic argument anybody could ever make.
Good point, man. Yeah.
It's like the reasoning of these people, like, is so far gone. Like, we've talked about this. Like, how do you have discourse with somebody who that's their logic? It's not my land. It's not your land, but the person who got here 10 seconds ago, it's their land for life now.
That is actually insane. But They don't need to be consistent, right, in their minds. So yeah, consistency is no good.
And they never are. Never consistent. And they don't. It doesn't seem like they care either.
And I'm just trying to point this out. I'm pretty sure if I steal something and you can't take it back from me, I think it's mine. I don't know.
I mean, that's a good point, Alex. That is a good point. But you asked me if one of the parents, what do you think? If one of the parents is a citizen, but the other is not?
Yeah, because I think that I think especially if it's the mother, because guys are too easy, right? Like,
right.
You can send a pretty Chinese girl over here; she'll get pregnant quick.
Right.
Now send a Chinese guy over here, and I don't think he's gonna get a woman pregnant that quickly. So I
Right.
think maybe if we limited it to at least the mother, the person birthing the child.
Right.
Yeah, I think that would be better than what we have now, at least.
Okay, so if that was the compromise provided, you'd be okay with that. It's like, okay, fine. We'll limit birthright citizenship if in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. No, it's not ownership. Actually, that's why property taxes should be abolished. Mach 52. We are going to abolish property tax in Ohio. It's going to happen.
It's been a theme. Like you just pointed it out. These liberals are making conservative arguments when it fits their agenda. Not Mach. Not talking about you, Mach. I'm driving home, right? So when I drive home, there's something called the India Point Bridge, and all these boomers have been setting up right around the time I come home, and it's like beep if you hate Trump and like all this stuff, right? And today the sign said, "Our tax money stolen for illegal war." It's like, man, taxation is theft was not your thing, guys. It just
right. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Like, wait a minute, taxation is theft all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Lady.
I so badly wanted to go to the No Kings protest at the State House, but
you probably would have got some good content there.
Yeah.
It's we have one. I'm in small town Ohio, and we have one here. It's not very well attended, but just the fact that it's here, and the lady. In fact, if hopefully we'll get to that story. I do have some stuff about the No Kings, as well. But we do have. So we talked about the SAVE Act before on this show, and real quick, this is a possible workaround that Trump might have should Congress not pass the SAVE Act, because it doesn't look like they're going to. So if you bet money on Cauchy, bet money that it is not going to pass. They set certain dates for it on Cauchy. Go ahead and bet that it's not going to pass, because it's not going to pass.
You got some money on that one?
Not yet. I'm looking at it. It depends on how things start to shake out here as we get closer to the midterms. But Trump signs executive order restricting mail-in voting ahead of the 2026 midterm. This could absolutely help. President Trump signed executive order on March 31st, directing the federal government to build a verified citizen voter list and restrict the postal service, which he has the right to do because he controls that, to sending mail-in ballots only to the voters on the list. The order directs the Department of Homeland Security to compile a verified list of eligible citizens in each state using Social Security Administration records. The USPS would then be required to mail absentee ballots only to the voters on that list. Let's shoot.
That would take a long time to accomplish, no?
It might, but it depends. I mean, the government can work quick if when they're actually working. That's the problem, is like most government workers aren't working. But let's see what he had to say about it.
Mr. President, as you said, you have in front of you an executive order that deals with a number of issues relating to election integrity. as you've consistently identified, two of the biggest problems we have with election integrity in this country are, one, inaccurate voter rolls that allow ineligible people to vote in various federal and state elections all over the country. And secondarily, you've consistently identified that vote by mail in this country has become rife with fraud. People returning ballots who aren't eligible to return ballots being sent to people who aren't confirmed to be eligible voters. So what this executive order is going to do is, one, we're going to take federal data. We're going to ensure that each state's election officials are provided with a comprehensive view of who the eligible voters in their jurisdiction actually are, allowing them to properly verify that everybody voting in their elections is legally able to vote. And then it orders the Postmaster General, the U.S. Postal Service, to take bold new measures to verify that ballots both being sent to people are being sent to people who are eligible to vote, and then that ballots being returned are being properly returned by eligible voters only. And we believe that combined, the measures in this executive order will help secure elections in the future and ensure that the many abuses of our election system in the past aren't repeated in future.
Oh, I thought Trump was going to weigh in on that, but yeah, I think this was. I don't know if that is going to be enough to flip the midterms. It might save the Senate. I don't know if it'll save the House, but it's a good step. He's legally allowed to do it, and mail-in voting is one of the ways that Democrats cheat, because it's easy to do.
And that, if this went into law, then it would, I think, basically shut down mail-in voting for this next election, for the midterms.
Basically, yeah.
Because they wouldn't have it ready in time.
Yeah.
I doubt they could. Yeah, unless like they might have 10% of the names on that list that could be eligible to be on that list by that time.
Right. Right. Well, hey, then I guess you don't get a ballot.
Yeah.
I guess you don't get a ballot. By the way, if you're still watching, kindly hit that like button, share the show, and subscribe to our channels if you have not already. Now, I did have.
Yeah, why would it be a right? Sorry, but why would it be a right to have mail-in voting? That's not a right.
No, it's not a right. Yeah, it was never a thing until recently.
Yeah.
It was invented during COVID, and it's been highly taken advantage of. Because
if you threaten to take it away, you're taking away people's rights
that you never had until just a few years ago. And again, it's not a right. It's a privilege to mail in your vote. Show up, you lazy SOB.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Cast your ballot. Like, seriously. Nuts, man. Nuts.
I'm going to be able to vote by DoorDash pretty soon.
I'm just going to have an app on my phone.
Yeah.
That I can vote. There's nothing could go wrong with that, right?
Yeah. Nope. You just certify. Are you who you say you are? Yes.
Not at all. Yeah. So Alex, I had an X-Files story here for us, right? That I was going to cover, but then an even more intriguing conspiracy theory X-Files. That's a good one. Voting via the vibes, man. An even crazier story. Okay, so I do have money on Kalshi that the U.S. government will not admit. The bet is, so the question is asked, will the U.S. government admit that aliens exist?
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, and the deadline is January of 2027. And I was like, easy money. However, that's not looking so sure now. We have a U.S. representative, a former U.S. representative, who, and I'll bring up the story here in a second. Oh gosh, where'd it go? Hold on, let me grab it. It's
now. When you purchase the position on Kalshi, your odds don't change. You own that position, right?
I own that position. I can
but the
sell
value
that
of the position changes.
The value changes, yes. So I can sell my position, which probably tanked a little bit after this news that I'm about to share with you. As soon as I get it pulled up here, there, I found it. Representative Burchett says he can't comment on former
What is his name?
Burchett. Can't comment on former Representative Matt Gaetz revealing he was briefed on an alien hybrid breeding program. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay.
Colleague of yours, Matt Gaetz, making some pretty shocking statements yesterday about aliens. Take a look.
I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform.
I did see Benny Johnson posting a bunch of stuff about this.
Of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. Aliens that were living were in forced breeding programs with humans that had been abducted from war zones and from even the caravans of migrants.
All right. I mean, I don't have the tinfoil hat on just yet, Congressman, but I'm wondering, kind of how you react to that, because you are connected. You're on the UFO subcommittee. I mean, I'm just wondering what you make of that. Have you heard anything like that?
Well, I'm still a member of Congress, so I can't really comment too much on what Matt said. But I will say this.
Yes, you
Wait,
can.
seriously? Are you being serious, or is that
I'm
tongue in
being
cheek?
100% serious. I've been 100% serious. I've been briefed by just about every alphabet agency there is. And I'll just tell you this, if they would release the things that I've seen, you would stay up, you'd be up at night worrying about or thinking about this stuff. We just need to disclose it all. I'm sick of it. Well, I was briefed. I'll just tell you this. I was briefed last week on an issue, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago. And it would have set the earth on it. This country would have come unglued, I think, if they would have heard all that I heard. They would demand answers, and we need to. But it's never going to get. Unfortunately, it just keeps getting covered up, and the people that know are dying or disappearing, as the case may be.
Wow.
And for the record, I'm not suicidal, and I don't take risks. So,
I'm glad you said that. I'm speechless, Congressman. We will have you back.
You should be. And I told the president, release it all. And the problem is the people that are around the president don't know and the president doesn't know the questions to ask. A few of us are going to have to get with the president and tell him what he needs to ask and where he needs to look. I mean, we're in meetings and they give addresses and tell locations of items, I'll just say. And the public has a right to know, dadgummit. It's your tax dollars.
Absolutely.
Let's get it out there.
You
Sounds like a real Southern boy.
I appreciate you being as forthcoming.
Yeah. And Alex, apparently you're not familiar with the X-Files theme. You seemed confused when I played it earlier.
No, I know the sound. I don't know where it comes from, but yeah.
Now, a couple of things about this. I think my chances of winning this bet on Kalshi have probably diminished a little bit because of that. I still don't think we're going to get a definitive answer, but we're closer than I thought we were. And two, it seems like anytime something big is going on, now correct me if I'm wrong here or if you feel differently, Alex, but anytime things are like going on in this country that have an impact on American citizens as a whole, aliens seem to pop their heads up. And the talk of aliens and UFOs all of a sudden make appearances in the news. And thirdly, it doesn't seem like many people care.
Yeah. Humans are interesting, man. I mean, look, people don't seem to care about a lot of things, right? Like, you're going to die one day, and people don't really seem to care much about that, right? They don't care much about their soul.
True.
So it doesn't necessarily surprise me. I believe aliens are demons, and I do believe that there's a bunch of governmental interaction with these aliens via occult practices and the rest. And I think if they were ever allowed Because look, like if you're in the mind of a demon, right, a fallen angel, or some people believe they're the spirits of the Nephilim, right, from a Christian worldview. If you're looking at this from a Christian lens, and like the only reason that demonic activity isn't scaled through the roof, in my opinion, is because God doesn't allow them to.
Right. Right.
And I think if God, through his purposes, were to allow it, I think that we would suck it right up as humans and we would let them rule us instantly, because if you're not a Christian or you don't believe they're demons, well, look, they have all the technology, right? They're
Right.
far superior than we are. They've been around
Yep.
longer. I can just hear the arguments like whatever they say is the truth. It must be because they're better than us in every way.
Yep. Yep.
And
They'll buy it
if
hook, line, and
we're
sinker.
right, yeah, if we're right and they are demons, well, they'll just talk about the same demonic talking points that the Democrats talk about. They'll be like, yeah, of course kids should be trans. Of course abortion is healthcare.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
In fact, you can kill babies after they're born and it's fine. Like that's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's actually the better thing to do if they're poor or if their parents aren't, together anymore.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine to euthanize. Yeah, dude. That's a great point. Now, and I know you probably don't feel this way eschatologically about the end of the world. However, to me, a lot of this like being thrown out here constantly now, to where I think it's going to ramp up. I think as time goes on, we're going to see more and more of this type of stuff, and politicians are going to say more and more of this UFO alien crap. And here's what I think. I think they're going to normalize it. I think they're going to stage a fake alien invasion or a visit of some sort. And then when the Christians are raptured, the aliens took them, and people will buy that. People will buy that. I think that would be a reason why a sudden vanishing of the population is treated as a no big deal, because aliens exist now, and of course they took all those people away.
Interesting.
If
Yeah.
the rapture
So
is real.
if the rapture is real, I could see that. That's a connection I could see for sure.
For sure. But yeah, man, crazy stuff. That and you like I have to. That Tim Burchett, Representative Tim Burchett, there. Did you notice that he had kind of like a this is my like he had like a smirk on his face, like yeah, man, if I told you everything, like like it was his, like he was just eating up like the limelight there, like, oh, I'm gonna get so much content out of this.
Yeah, it's like when you send a pretty girl undercover to some Planned Parenthood event and the guy just like oozes out all the information. We just need to send some pretty girls to these guys. We'll get it all out.
Right. Yep. Just like James O'Keefe does. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you could for your brothers. Share the show and subscribe to me and Alex's channel. Alex, they can find you at Alexander Medeiros. You're watching my channel. Hit that subscribe button. I do have one final video for you. Okay, so let me pull it up, and we're gonna place maybe some friendly wagers. Maybe on this one. I can't place a wager because I already know the outcome, right? Oh, actually, I did want to show you this. Sorry, before I show you
let me wager against the audience.
Yes, wager against the audience. We're gonna see a truck stuck in a ditch, and I want you to tell me if he gets out or not, or how many times you think it takes him to get out. But there are just to related to that alien video. I do have to show you this is a real quick video that ties into the aliens.
All right, let's see.
So this is in Costa Rica. Let me full screen it for you. They're saying that this is some kind of maybe the Artemis that launched the other day actually went up to battle space aliens.
Oh.
Wow. Compañeros.
Black.
Increíble.
You can't really see it, but here at the beginning, like
wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they went to meet the aliens and have like a they're about to sign a treaty or something, you know. But okay, so this video here, let me get to my bookmarks. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. Does this truck make it? Does this truck make it? How long does it take for him to get out? Does he get out? Does this truck get out? Okay. And this
What is he doing?
he's stuck in that ditch. Look at all that mud. Oh man. Now he's gotta wait. And he waits. Oh, here we go. We're trying again.
Ah, okay.
We're
It's
trying
shooting up
again.
right there.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, you almost had it.
What is it? A rear wheel drive truck?
Does he make it? Do you think he makes it?
He's got to make it. Watch, he's gonna make it get cream.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's got to have it now. He's there. He's right there. Come on. He's getting worse. Now it's getting worse for him.
How do they have this perfect footage? Yeah.
What were you asking?
How did they have perfect footage of that? Somebody on a bridge
Right.
somewhere was like, look at this guy.
Look at this Riri. Got stuck in the ditch.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get smoked if he got out of there.
Yeah, he was living dangerously there. I might have just left my car and just walked to the next exit.
Yeah, you just call AAA. Just
Or that. Yeah, just call your insurance company. You have roadside assistance. Come on, dude.
yeah.
All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We are here every Thursday, 9:30, 9:45-ish Eastern Standard Time. We are going to take call-ins one of these days. I promise. We want to do call-ins. We want to hear your guys' opinion on some of the stuff that we're talking about. So we're going to give you a zero chance call.
Mark. What do you mean? What'd you call?
You we have the chat history, Mark. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next Thursday. Oh, wait. Before you go, we do have what do you got going on, Alex? Promote some of your stuff.
I just signed an NDA today, actually, about something I've been squealing all over my videos, and I guess I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Oh no.
I didn't know that. But I signed an NDA today, so I can't say anything. But there is something coming up. If you've seen previous shows, you know what it is.
Yeah, big debate.
And dude, I want to try to get out to DebateCon 8 in Texas. Man, there's some fiery debates happening there. Our friend who we've covered a couple times, not so smart, not so erudite.
Yep.
She's
She's gonna be
debating
there?
Rachel Wilson on feminism.
Oh.
I believe Destiny's debating somebody on Trump. Andrew Wilson will be debating. Who's he debating? I forget. There's going to be some really good debates there. So, but it's in Dallas, Texas. It's like a $1,500 trip for me. So I don't know.
Not much. Anyways, check out my channel. I got a video of Tommy Robinson on Steven Crowder reacting to some of the stuff he said about Islam. Make sure you check that out. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching.
God bless.